We're live. I'm Sonny May Cry on a Monday. And this video, it's not really going to be about anything. I've been looking at Michael Jackson songs, right? Because for some reason, no, not for some reason, the Michael Jackson movie just came out. The new Michael Jackson biography, autobiography, whatever, biography, where they got Jafar playing his son. First of all, that movie is, I can comfortably say, as someone who's never seen Michael Jackson live, but has like my whole family loves Michael Jackson. Like my grandparents, my parents, my siblings, we all love Michael Jackson. If you're watching, maybe that was in bad taste. Anyways, that movie, I think that is the closest you could probably get to seeing Michael Jackson in real life. Like it was niggas in the theater actually going crazy. Shit, I was going crazy watching that movie. That shit had me, bro. I was going nuts. I don't think I've been that hyped sitting into a movie at a movie theater. I think in my whole life, and that shit was completely nonfiction. That was just Michael Jackson up on that stage. Or I guess Jafar Jackson playing Michael Jackson up on that stage. First of all, he cooked. I guess second of all, he cooked in that movie as Michael Jackson. I'm saying that to say that that shit was fire. Okay, since then, I've been hooked on Michael Jackson. Not to say that I wasn't listening to it before, but like music like Michael Jackson, like that, because I feel like Michael Jackson is his own genre. Obviously, not like he's a king of pop, right? Pop song, pop artist, right? But the shit that I listen to, I can't really imagine going from something like, oh, I don't know, Star Power, Braxton Knight, Knightsbridge by Blady, uh, 1D by Blady, Nana Ohashi by High C, Western Union, Echo 2K, Alones, Aqua Times, Fade, Jinx, shit like that. And then I hear Chicago or like Speed Demon, even though I love these songs, especially Speed Demon. That used to be my favorite song. Since I played it on the Wii, that shit was my favorite song. On I think it was Just Dance. It was either Just Dance or the Michael Jackson Experience. One of those games where player one was Michael Jackson and then player two was the rabbit nigga. That shit was fire. And you can't tell me that shit wasn't fire. That shit was so clean. And since then, Michael Jackson's been the goat to me. Since I played it, whichever one of those two games it was, I think it was the Michael Jackson Experience. Uh, but yeah, I've been getting into Michael Jackson again, and I just had to make some concessions about the shit I listen to. It doesn't really matter, because what I just described just then is not even a fraction of all the music that I listen to, and none of it is really the same. So it doesn't matter who I add to this one playlist. I could just make other playlists, derivatives, and I did. Oh shit, Michael Jackson's on him. So yeah, I say that to say this, right? The reason I turned my camera on in the first place. Since I listened to these songs, because I'm listening to them right now, I've been listening to them. I've been getting hyped all over again, and some of these songs actually I have not heard in their entirety. Like which one? Jam on Dangerous, off Dangerous. Uh, Remember the Time, I have heard, of course. Dirty Diana, shit like that. These songs I have not heard in their entirety before, purely because my older brother, my older brother used to be hooked. This is probably the first time I ever heard some of Michael Jackson's songs. This nigga was hooked on listening to like Sonic 3 Michael Jackson like remixes. I don't think he well, he wasn't stupid. I don't think you could tell him that Michael Jackson, I mean, Michael Jackson did work on the games. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Um he was not listening to the actual songs. He was listening to the remixes, and I'd never heard some of these songs until after I heard the remixes. Like the not bad, of course not bad. I just said Jam. That's a great example. Smooth Criminal, actually, I'm pretty sure I heard the Sonic remix first. I think. All I know is my older brother was hyped on these. And now I'm hyped on it all over again, even though I'm 20 years old and he was like 8. Yeah, I feel like it's been a while since I've made a video, so I'm just gonna. I was gonna play game too, but now's not the time for that. It's very late at night. It's at 10, and I have to be up early tomorrow because I have to go to work in the lab. Actually, I'm meeting people early in the morning. I don't know how many people I'm just meeting in the morning, and then I have to be there all day again for money, so it's worth it, I guess. But I'm not trying to do that. Yeah, I don't know why I started recording, but I mean, as long as you're here, uh, I was thinking about playing Breath of the Wild, but my Switch dock is broken, as in it doesn't work with my Switch, and I just got a capture card, and I've been wanting a capture card my entire life. Since I was a little boy, I've always wanted a capture card, and now that I have one, my Switch dock is broken, so I can't even freaking use it. Um, Probably buy a new one next semester. Oh, speaking of next semester, they put me in booty garbage ass housing for chumps. And I don't know why they put me there, because I am not a chump. But I'm going to be looking at housing options off, but close, like really close to campus, but still off campus. One of my friends, my good friends actually, well, I don't know how good of friends we are. Sometimes it feels like he doesn't fuck with me, but he lives like down where I wanted to be, near the dorms I wanted to be at. And apparently, not apparently, they had signs up saying that they were leasing. I meant to call my mom today, actually, but I didn't. But I'm gonna call my mom and ask her if I could do that instead of staying on campus, cause I'm not staying in those fucking dorms. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll tell more details at a later date, but I'm not doing that because I might be able to get the dorm that I want to. I'm gonna call the housing office tomorrow because of course they were closed today. Assignments came out on Friday. They close on Friday before sending out the housing assignments, and then Saturday, Sunday, of course, they're closed, and then they're ducking because they closed again on Monday. But yeah, I want my own room purely because I bought these LED lights, like the ones that you stick on the wall, like on the ceiling, and make your room look cool. I bought a lot of those. Like I have probably 100 feet of LED lights for some reason. Actually, they were on sale. That's why I have them. And I can't use them in here because this room is too small. And I couldn't use it in the dorm I was in before because it was a double. And I was genuinely expecting people to move in, and nobody ever did. And now I can't use it at all because I'm going back to a freaking double, and I don't want to do that. If I just got in the dorm that I applied to, that shit wouldn't be a problem because it's just me in there. I need to do that leasing thing tomorrow, like for real tomorrow, because there's gonna be people trying to get into those. Actually, let me see. It's probably too late even now, honestly, and I don't have a car, so it's either that or nothing. Come on, man. Let me find that picture. Yeah, I can't stay here, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not happening. Here it is. Now leasing for August. Yup. I should have done that. I should have done that way sooner. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just rambling now, but it has been a while since a Sonny May Cry yap session. Um, but I mean, there's not really much going on besides the housing stuff. Summer is usually a very lax time. That's why I was able to record for hours on end back in the day. I don't know why I don't make more videos though. I could just load up the channel with bullshit, but it feels like sometimes, like right now, I felt hyped talking about Michael Jackson, but I kind of died down once I actually started talking about it. And now I'm just here. I'm watching my screensaver. Spoilers for Sonic 3 and Knuckles if you haven't played it yet. Um, this is my screensaver. It's actually really cool. This is what I'm usually looking at. Is this? I actually played Sonic 3 for the first time, Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the first time myself relatively recently. It was like 2 years ago, 2024, in the summer, actually. And I guess not used to, I am a big fan of Sonic. Oh, the Game Awards, not the Game Awards, the stupid ass Summer Games Fest bullshit they do instead of E3. I'm gonna get sad talking about E3, but yeah, the games awards, the game, uh, shit reveal whatever thing, um, I guess started, and I guess it's almost done now. I'm way late talking about it, but there aren't actually there are two things, three things I actually care about. One is Rayman. Finally, after all this time, we're finally getting a Rayman game for the first time, I think in 10 years or something crazy like that. Maybe longer. Shit is crazy. And it's Rayman Legends, right? They're remaking Rayman Legends. People are getting down about it, but truly, what did you expect them to do? Rayman Legends was their best selling game. Of course, they're going to remake it. And they're not even just remaking it, they're adding all this new shit to it. It's damn near a new game. Actually, it is a new game, basically. It looks to me, I haven't seen anything past the trailer on it. And I really don't want to because I want to go into this shit fresh. And I'm pretty sure it comes out this year, so it's not even a crazy thought. But I want to go in not knowing anything. With that being said, I'm pretty sure I've seen words on the screen that said that they're adding the stuff that they wanted to add in Legends initially, but they couldn't because of time restraints or like low budget or crab aids or whatever. So now I'm hyped to play that. But of course, there's Debbie Downer ass niggas trying to, oh, this game is gonna be trash. It's just Rayman Legends again. No, bruh. You're playing a new game. And if you think that you're playing the same game again, just don't buy it. But Ubisoft said that if you don't buy, if this game doesn't sell well, they're not gonna make a Rayman 3 or Rayman 4. And honestly, I could understand being upset at that, but realistically, why would they make a fourth game? First of all, the three games I feel like was enough for the series. Like obviously we want to see more Rayman. Shit, I want to see more Rayman. I was crying real life tears seeing that fucking trailer when it dropped. But like if they don't want to make the game, like if they do want to make the game but the big studio doesn't let them, at the end of the day it is what it is, right? Like I know not everybody's an adult who gets hyped about this stuff, but even if you aren't, like you gotta realize some things just aren't in your control. And however badly you want to remain game, I wanted it better. Okay, I was willing to give up my firstborn child and my ability to play any other game for a new Rayman game before this came out, and I got it for free, so I didn't even have to do all that for it. Life is good for me. They could drop this one last game and it sells like shit, and they never even think about Rayman again, and I'd be happy playing this game because I'm probably gonna play that forever, is what I would say. But they also dropped the Tokon trailer, Marvel Tokon villains team, and that shit is hype. Like apparently it leaked before. I'm glad I didn't catch that because actually I think I might have caught some of that. But the leaks were true, or I guess the speculation was true. It wasn't exactly leaks, but I'm glad that I wasn't focused on that. I'm glad for once that I was actually busy enough to have other shit going on, so I wasn't paying too close attention to that because I was so hyped. I was so hyped seeing that. I knew we were gonna get Magneto. In a Marvel fighting game, they're not gonna not add Magneto, especially if Wolverine is in the game. Especially if they're adding new X-Men characters. If Wolverine and Storm are in the game, it's probably gonna be Magneto. Who else are they gonna add? Cable? No. Cable? You want to play as Cable? That would be cool. Honestly, in a new fighting game, that would be all right. But like for villains, Apocalypse, Juggernaut. Actually, yeah, Juggernaut would probably be not better than Magneto. Magneto's the number one choice for X Men villains, and I'm surprised they didn't add more X Men villains, honestly. But for X Men villains, Magneto's not a bad pick. Probably the only pick for an X Men villain besides maybe no, it couldn't be Juggernaut. I'm trying to think of other X-Men villains. I just said Apocalypse. Um, Deadpool doesn't count. I feel like Deadpool can't really count anymore. I'm thinking of Executioner from the show. They wouldn't do that. Or maybe they would. I don't know. Uh, Sinister, Doctor Sinister, Mister Sinister, whatever that nigga name is. I feel like that would be lame, especially because Cyclops isn't in the game. Right? I guess Jean Grey, Phoenix, whatever. I think they're gonna add Phoenix though. I think they're if they want this game to do well, they're gonna add every character from uh Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, whatever. I don't see why not. I really don't see why they don't just port all the characters over. It wouldn't take that much. Just take the move sets exactly as they appear. I guess maybe not so much because obviously this game has new mechanics, whole new buttons, like, and that shit is almost 20 years old at this point. But dang, it just changed. Talking about my screensaver. Oh, this is lame. And I forgot what I was talking about. X-Men characters. Yeah, I would want to play Cyclops in this new game. Like my dream team for Marvel Tokon, most of the characters aren't even in the game, so it's never gonna happen unless they grow a brain. Speaking of that, why didn't they add the Fantastic Four in this 4v4 fighting game? That's a no-brainer, right? Now, Ghost Rider's team hasn't been revealed yet, and they only have two big body characters, I think, so far. I don't know if Magneto counts as a big body character. I'm talking about big niggas, right? Hulk and Penny Parker, even though she's a kid in a suit. That's still a big nigga, big girl, and a big nigga robot, okay? Small girl and a big nigga robot. That's my coin term, right? And obviously, the incredible big nigga Hulk is in the game. That's why I was saying Juggernaut, because we need more big body characters. They can't just be two. Or if they were smart, they would have put the Thing in the game with the rest of the four. Like I truly cannot fathom why they didn't put the Fantastic Four in this 4v4 fighting game. Because the Thing, if I could play as the Thing in this game, is clobbering time, bro. Bro, these niggas aren't ready. I've never played a tag game before. These niggas aren't ready for my Thing. But alas, they didn't put him in the game. They're probably not going to for another year after the game comes out, unfortunately. But that's all good, I guess. I probably wouldn't play much. Hold on. Mm, sorry, that was an inquiry. Uh, damn, I forgot what I was talking about. I said there was three, but what Rayman? Oh, Persona. I said three because I wasn't thinking about Tokon. I was thinking of Persona 4 Revival and Persona 6, but that's literally nothing. They showed a screen that already leaked, so we don't care. We do not care. We care about Persona 4 though, and I'm definitely gonna play that. Unfortunately, they did not choose me to cast Yosuke Hanamura. I am still very hurt by that. I don't know if I ever said it in a video, but one of my lifelong dreams was voicing Yosuke somehow. But I don't think at this point I don't have the Yosuke voice. My voice is a little bit too deep, and I'm not quite as pathetic as Yosuke. But Atlas, if you're watching, this is my final plea. Put me in the game as a Yosuke superfan, the only superfan of Yosuke Hanamura. That would be my dying wish if I were to die. And y'all are still working on the game, I guess. Um, Yeah, I'm hyped for that. It looks like a dream. This is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life since uh since the Rayman reveal. I'm curious what Nintendo's gonna show. If they don't show some Smash, I fear they're probably gonna lose. Even though we don't really do the who won E3 anymore because E3 died in a horrific car accident. Um, Nintendo's probably gonna get cooked if they don't show some Mother 3 remake, new Smash. Shit, what else would they even show that would be? Because at this point they've already dropped all their games, right? Metro Prime 4 has already come out. New Tomodachi Life came out. New Kirby Air Riders came out. If you care, I care. Uh, Even though I don't have a Switch too, that would probably be the first game I buy. That and Tomodachi Life and shit. Pokemon Champions came out. I'm thinking of another game that was like, oh, Silk Song. That also dropped. And of course, the new Pokemon generation got announced too. So there's really nothing they could show that anybody would care about at this point. For me personally, like there's no hype in Nintendo games right now. Most importantly, because I don't have the new console and I can't play any of the games. That's a real shame. Like I really want to Switch to, but they just jacked the prices up when I already couldn't afford it. So there's no chance I'm getting that console unless I win the lottery or unless you pay me. Uh, Oil Barons, if you're watching, I can represent your brand better than anybody if you want something advertised. Or if you're an oil baron and you have loads and loads of money burning holes in your pockets, maybe just throw me a little bit of that. Maybe I'll do something for you. Who knows? I don't have my email linked. I just have my Instagram, so just follow my Instagram. Shit, even if you're broke, follow my Instagram. If you got money, follow my Instagram and send me some money. If you're financially stable, that's good for you. I know I'm not. Uh, what else for Nintendo? Again, I don't know if there's anything I really care about. Like new Zelda game. Um, I guess not, huh? Because I was thinking Tears of the Kingdom, but at this point, it's been 3 years since that game came out. Yeah, 3 years since Tears of the Kingdom. Old ass. Uh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing I really care about from Nintendo unless it's a new Smash game. I mean, knowing them, they're probably gonna drop Arms too. That'll be fine. Honestly, that'll be great. You just put Twintel in the game. I'm buying that. Third game I'm getting for my Switch too. Definitely. Uh, I really feel like there's something I'm missing though. Oh yeah, Star Fox. They already showed Star Fox. People were begging for that, and they showed it off. Um, the only thing that I could really Fire Emblem they did too, but nobody really cares. The only thing I think that would get people really hyped would be Smash. F Zero probably would get people turned. If somehow they announced a Banjo game, Banjo Kazooie 3, Banjo Kazooie, I think that's what they would call it because it was Banjo Tooie. That would be fire though. If they actually got it done, like with Microsoft, they wouldn't do that shit though. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Would they? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. It's definitely possible though. They know niggas want to see that. They know I want to see that. At this point, I'm just going down the Smash list, thinking of characters. Oh yeah, they announced a new Splatoon game, I guess. But I mean, I'm a big fan of Splatoon. Don't get me wrong, I love that game, but like I can't play it. I can't play it because my Switch dock is broken and I don't have the new console. They need to just give me a console, bro. Nintendo, if you're watching, just give me a console. You know I need that. You know you want to give me that. Come on, bro. Do the right thing. Mm, I didn't say anything else about Sony because their shit was kind of ass after Rayman and Tokon. And of course, there's no PC games I care about. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it for me. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Overall, I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video because I'm just gonna be on my phone. Thank you for watching. I've been Sonic May Cry. This has been um another video, another video. That's what you want, right? I don't know if I'm the most entertaining, but this has been, I guess, another talk session. My skin is very dark. Yeah. See you tomorrow. I mean, I don't really have a schedule. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Knowing tomorrow though, it's definitely gonna be busy, so probably not tomorrow. Probably not. I mean, you weren't expecting a video today. Oh, I'm editing, uh, like 2 or 3 videos right now. You're probably not gonna see any of them. You might end up seeing one. Uh, look out for that, I guess. I don't know. Okay, bye now.